I stood up right here and I seen a shadow.
For a moment you were just in awe because it was just so beautiful.
Welcome to ALLI Paranormal's Investigation Files, our continued look into local Michigan hauntings. We revisit a case in Saginaw, with close ties to myself and the rest of the ALLI team. On our first night's investigation, we encountered different phenomena in different parts of the home, including physical symptoms which couldn't be explained.
But usually during nighttime, there's always a vibe and kind of a cold presence in the kitchen. And on that side of the wall, there's very few times where you'll see a shadow just brush against the wall. And there was one point in time where I had came out of the bathroom. When I had looked in front of me, there was a misty figure right here in front of me. Usually there's always something in here. Something always messing with the lights because the lights will dim or they'll flicker. And there's always some kind of voices in here. It always sounds like a male voice.
But I have seen it throw around a couple of items. A bag of cereal. You know, I've heard bottles just fly off once in a great while off the shelves. My mother complained about all kinds of things going in there. Once in a while it was okay. Once in a while it seemed a little aggressive. But it could possibly turn a non-believer into a believer in there. There's just too much activity if you stay in there long enough to question it. You might not see everything in one night or anything at all one night, but if you stay in there long enough, you're gonna start thinking something's going on, and that's how my mother was.
All I know is I will not go in my room. Since the first time I moved in, my bed was nicely made and everything, and I had my first time of sleeping in the first week, and something pulled my blanket and tugged on my leg. I got on there as fast as I can. And I never been back in there. Now we just throw stuff in there.
Just sitting on the bed asking questions like normal, and then all of a sudden I kept clearing my throat, I kept yawning, pretty sure I was yawning, and I couldn't catch my breath. I was having trouble breathing, and it only took maybe 15 minutes or so before, sitting out there, before I just couldn't handle it anymore and I had to get out of the house. I couldn't breathe.
I had already walked through there a couple times, so there wasn't any spider webs. As we were standing there, I kept feeling like it was brushing against my arm, and I kept having to brush it off, and it was weird. Because Felicia felt the same thing later.
Just walking around, I kept feeling light brushing on my arm, almost like a spider web. But I would go and brush it away and I wouldn't feel anything there. I didn't feel anything anywhere else, just on my arm. If you're walking through there, you would feel it on your face and everywhere else, and it was just light brushing on my arm by that one room down there.
he heard my mom's voice because she was in the hospital. He said that he heard my mom's voice because she was in the hospital. He said that he heard my mom's voice because she was in the hospital. You peacefully coexist in this house. You peacefully coexist in this house. We returned for a second investigation to make contact with a spirit that didn't seem to like women.
I didn't really see too much in the basement, but I did at one point see a shadow move over the heaters, and it was pretty much in between the heaters and the window down in the basement. It wasn't that much taller than the window, probably about that much taller than the window. I seen a light that probably the size of a pea floating around down there.
We tried doing a flashlight test down there, and nothing seemed to want to respond to that. We a few times did think that we heard something, but we just weren't sure. We got upstairs, we went into the kitchen.
Very heavy and hard to breathe.
Something was playing with the back of my daughter's legs. She was leaning against the wall by the basement
Both
door,
of them at once.
inside of her thighs right here.
At once.
She moved away from the wall to see if it followed her. She leaned up against another side of the kitchen, and nothing. I went over there, nothing. She went back, and it started playing with the inside of her thighs again.
It was irritating tickles.
We moved into the bedroom.
It's in the spot. Yeah.
Thought
it's in the
something
bedroom.
might have maybe touched your butt in that room.
Yeah. Yeah, I was
Possibly.
leaning forward, and it felt like something touched my butt.
I had a lot of cold chills in that room. A lot of cold chills. Moved to the living room.
Yeah, we moved into the living room and thought we were seeing shadows in that doorway back by the bathroom area.
Couldn't see a figure, we just could see the darkness,
Yeah.
like moving. Like it was trying to walk out, but it didn't want to walk past the baby powder.
And it wasn't forming a shape, it was more just like a...
The darkness kept floating.
Yeah, it was a...
Like it was wanting to come out and then went back in. And come out and went back in.
Hello. I'm back. Going to document the powder. Untouched. I can't look at you. You're not you right now.
Oh, sorry.
You're not you. Stop it. Okay, that was weird. I'm having some kind of backlash of something, I don't know, emotional, psychic, whatever you want to call it. Ugh. Oh my God. I felt okay for a split second. Monica wasn't Monica. For a split second, Monica was my mother. Ugh. This was a bad idea.
Take some of our energy from us. Take some of our energy from us. You draw that energy out and use it. You draw that energy out and use it.
Mom, are you here?
I don't remember anything past walking up to the house. I remember walking to the door and we were talking about something about the investigation, and I kind of remember going in to go look at the powder in the corner, but after that point I don't really remember too much. I'm piecing things together here and there, and I don't really like what I remember. I can't explain what happened. I don't know exactly how to describe it. It wasn't a physical feeling. It was more of an emotional. I don't know. I was just sad, angry. I don't know why. And I was overwhelmed. I almost ran out of the house.
I think when we walked into the house, we did our first session, and it started off okay, slow like we normally start off, and then Martin asked a question in regards to his mother, and then I stood there for a little while, and I was going to move forward, and he told me to stop. He told me not to move, to stay where I was at, and I naturally assumed that he had either seen something by me, was going to record it on the camera, or he heard something and was trying to make sure it wasn't me. And then he started kind of freaking out and telling me that not to come near him at all. And by that point I was kind of confused because I didn't know what he was talking about. And eventually he started to tell me that whatever was in the house he thought was playing tricks on him, because he said that I was starting to look like his mom and it was upsetting him. After that, he calmed down a little bit. We tried to go and do some more investigating in the house. We went to the back bedroom. Didn't really get anything out of there. We stayed in there for a little while, and then I think we cut our session short and ended up going back next door.
I don't ever want to feel that way ever again. I don't. Yeah, I wouldn't want to wish that on anybody to have like that. My experience in the home was life-changing, as in it caused me to reevaluate whether or not I could continue my pursuit of paranormal investigating. And after some time spent soul searching, I decided to continue with my position in ALLI, and I learned to use this experience to strengthen myself against any other kind of attacks that we may encounter while we're out on an investigation. If you have a home or business and are in need of our free services, or would like to look at more of our evidence, visit alliparanormal.com.